Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. This is my second class with you. Here in Peru, I am a software developer. I develop any kind of software, whether web service, what else, that database, and any kind of this software. Um, Actually, I am working in this type of jobs. Um, I have in myself, I am asking. I have some problem when I thinking in English, because I realize that I can understand other person when speak in English, but in myself, I am, for me, it's very difficult to think in English, in English. Um, I don't know what you can give me any help to help me, please.
Okay. Your question is, you are getting difficulty to think in English.
To think in English. How I can think in English more friendly.
Okay,
Think in English.
all things you cannot think. But I remember that uh, previous class you came with the question that you also talked with the Indian client or USA clients. Yesterday, the issue. So, did you improve on that level?
A, a little, a little.
Was
I
it?
can see after 1 month, no, after 1 week, I improve a little in understanding different people with USA and Indian, because I interact with this person in my job. But in the world of technology, especially the people from India, they speak very quick, very quick. In that case, I simply don't understand very well, very well. Because I think that these guys join the world, and I don't can understand. I cannot understand them. They,
So,
uh,
so one more. If I forget that, do you think that I speak so fast?
no, you speak very low. I can understand. Yes,
Okay, but you can understand me.
yes.
Thank you so much. Okay, okay. Now
Thank
we
you.
come to the question that is, it's a difficult to think in English on some situations. So I think, in my point of view, or based on my understanding, that is, in day-to-day conversation we can think fast. Somehow when we talk on a different topics, we take times. In somehow topics we unable to think, right? So what is the reason behind it? What I have understood, that is a lack of vocabulary to describe the topics, a particular topics. That is a root cause of behind it, right? If I tell you, go on a stage and talk about the aloe vera, or how a human body digests the food, that just describe the process. But right, you have a little knowledge about it, but somehow lack of vocabulary to make the sentence to whole sentence. Like we eat, we chew, like when our tongue or our mouth make a saliva, when we chew more and more, it convert into a liquid stuff when we gulp it, right? But when you're in a hurry, you swallow it. These are different words to make a sentence or explain it. After that, what happened? It goes to your stomach. Then there is a chemical stuff, acids, right? That chemical acids help to digest the food. When food digests that, then it goes to a lower intestine. After that, go to a large intestine, small intestine, just like a when you it's just like your hand. You're gonna say there are gaps. It's just like a small intestine. If you cut it down half, your lower intestine suck the nutrients, right? Before suck the nutrients, your body convert the food into a glucose. Then your glucose convert and your glucose transfer to the blood, and glucose travel around your body. It gives you energy. These are some few words. I'm not dig deep to using the very hard word. I don't want to use it. That this is called that when you know such a things, but it's hard to describe it. You can describe it in on your language, but when terms of talking about in this language, lack of vocabulary, uh, just struggling to select the right kind of word, that word fit on the particular situation according to my understanding, right?
Right, teacher. I am understanding very well that you are speaking. Sometimes in my case, I listen some videos or podcasts before I go to the bed. And I realized that this process helped me a lot when in my comprehension. I said that thank you so much for the tips that you are giving. I don't listen, teacher. You are mute.
Okay. I think there is a one more person in our class that will help you to answer this question, and there is none other than our psychologist Minerva. Minerva,
Hi, teacher.
yeah, Jarvi had difficulty in some issue, that is his question is, he has a difficulty when he try to think in English, not every aspect, in somehow aspect, but he haven't explained that situation that we can understand more. But Jarbio, if you want to explain the particular situation, then Minerva will give you the correct guidance, because he is a psychologist. She can understand the situation, then she will give you the advice. Just put it the
Okay.
situation. I think
Okay, thank
everyone
you.
enjoying the conversation, enjoying this session or not?
Yes, I think that is a good exercise for the brain. Just it's not easy to think in another language because you are always thinking in Spanish. Sergio, the same thing happened with me, but every day you can wake up and think in short sentences, like a kid, like a children. Do you see if you had a kids how they can start learning language to speak? You know, just think in short sentences. I woke up. I had to wash my face, to brush my teeth, to get my breakfast, to go out like this. It's not first of all, it's difficult, but you make this training for your brain. Don't think about that it could be logic. Yes, it is automatic because your brain, when you did something that reminded you, for example, if you let your keys on the table, all time your brain say your kid is on the table, you know. Another thing it can help you also try to read short story. For short story that the kids read, do you remember that short story that is very common in the first grade and the elementary school? That's going to help you, or listen and talk and talk and talk. Try to practice all time that you can get it. When I started in this Worldwide English Club, I was like you. If I were you, I try to read all I can, speak all I can that the opportunity get you, and that is getting improved. I think that is not, it's not more science, it's just do it every day, practice, listening, speaking, and thinking. That's going to be happy you, dear Sergio. Thank you, teacher Rashad.
Minerva.
Okay, now I'll just make a short summary that Minerva described it. If you just missed some points, one point she mentioned that make a short sentences, and but you will also feel the difficulty when you try to make a short sentence. Why? When you want to describe a short sentence, you need a useful verb to describe the short sentences also. For an example, if you want to say, I play cricket. Now you know you want to talk about the cricket. But if suppose that if you don't know how to use play word in this situation, can you make the short sentence? If you don't know about the verb about play, if you don't aware of it, if you don't know in cricket situation, I need to use play verb. This is called a verb. So making a short sentence, you should also use the verbs, a useful verbs, particular situation. That step that help you a lot to describe a short sentence. When you are becoming a comfortable, then you can stress the sentence more. The second is that make a short stories. Minerva mentioned that make a short stories, right? She gave a perfect example, like if you want to talk about daily routine, you wake up, you brush, you bath, you morning walk, XYZ, right? And do it over again and again. And also listen more. And she gave her example when she came this community that she also lacking on some aspects, but she work on that. So it's an everyday game. It's an everyday game, right? So I think the whole summary is vocab, or if I vanish the vocab, it's a verb, a useful verb to describe the situation. And also think in English. Give your brain to task, think in English on a particular situation where you are lacking. When you are lacking, write some words that you know in your mother tongue, then try to find out the particular word or particular verb on a YouTube or Google. Then it helps you to make a sentence. It helps you to think in English. Then you will be not face the difficulty to think in English. Right?
Thank you, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
Oh,
Right.
all right.